I'm Paul Goodwin, and welcome to the Laws of Time All-Time Tournament. All teams are invited, 1871 through present day. Over 3,000 teams, over 20,000 games played. Normally, we only announce the final pitch. Each team plays a 7-game series against the other, and they move on as we eliminate through the tournament. And today, I just love this match. I love this matchup. Slightly underachieving, some might say, 2013 Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, I can't think of a better team to put these guys up. Well, I can't. They were going against the Giants, but they're not. Clayton Kershaw is going to be on the mound. He arrived last night, and where do you think he arrived? That's right. He's back here in 1964 going against the 1964 World Series champions, the St. Louis Cardinals, and yes, Bob Gibson. The Dodgers were 92 and 70, and the Cardinals 93 and 69, virtual identical records. The Dodgers won the Western Division. The Cardinals won the World Series, beating the Yankees 4-3. How'd they get here? Well, the Cardinals were ranked in the top 900 plus teams, so they got a bye. The Dodgers demolished actually, the Detroit Wolverines from 1885 National League. They beat them 6-1 and outscored them 26-9. The lineups today for the visiting Dodgers, leading off and playing left field will be Carl Crawford. Batting second, the right fielder Yasiel Puig. Third, the first baseman Adrian Gonzalez. Batting fourth, the shortstop Hanley Ramirez. Batting fifth, center fielder Andre Ethier. Batting sixth, the third baseman Juan Uribe. Batting seventh, the catcher A.J. Ellis. And batting eighth, the second baseman Mark Ellis. I will get those two confused all day. Batting ninth, left-handed throwing phenom Clayton Kershaw. They go up against World Series champions from '64, leading off in center field, Curt Flood. Batting second, the Ghost, Julian Javier at second base. Batting third will be the left fielder, Lou Brock. Batting fourth, the MVP and our #1 ranked player in the league, Ken Boyer. Boyer, the third baseman. Batting fifth, first baseman Bill White. Batting sixth, the right fielder, strong arm Mike Shannon. Batting seventh, Tim McCarver at catcher. And batting eighth will be the shortstop, Dick Grote. Batting ninth, right-handed throwing fireballer Hall of Famer Bob Gibson. Beautiful day here in St. Louis today at Sportsman's Park. They actually call it Busch Stadium now since 1953. But it's the old Sportsman's Park, or Busch Stadium #1 if you prefer. Seating capacity, we're loaded up today, 30,611. Down the line, left field line, 351 to the left field power alley, 380 to dead center, 420. Right center, 335, and down the right field line, 310 feet. This building was built back in 1909 for the St. Louis Browns of the American League. It cost about $400,000. And the Cardinals moved here in 1920. 82 degrees, a little humid today, light wind blowing towards left field. The umpiring crew at third base, Lee Weyer, second base, Al Foreman, at first base, Ed Vargo, and behind the dish, Augie Donatelli. Throughout the game, we will give you the player's actual numbers. That's what the player actually did when he played, and we'll also include the normalized numbers. Normalized numbers are numbers he will take with him throughout time, no matter when or where he plays. Leading off for the Dodgers will be left-handed batting Carl Crawford. For the season, 283 & 8, normalized to 286 & 8. Versus righties, he was 310 & 9. Let's play some baseball. Bob Hoop Gibson rocks and throws, and a shot into left field. Lou Brock over to cut it off. Crawford rounding first, he's going to second. Here's the throw, he slides, and he is safe at second with a leadoff double. And that will bring up the right-handed batting Cuban Missile cries us Yasiel Puig. 319 and 29 normalized to 327 and 28. Crawford leads off second. Here's the pitch to Puig. Back to the box. Knocked down by Gibson. He looks back at second base. Keep an eye on Crawford and then throws over to first to get Puig. One away. That brings up the left-handed batting Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman. 293 and 22. 297 and 20. Pitch to Gonzalez. Popped up to left field. Brock coming over in the foul territory, and he makes the catch. 2 in down. Crawford goes back to second. And that will bring up the right-handed batting Hanley Ramirez. Ramirez 345 and 39. 353 and 38 normalized. Here's the pitch to Hanley, low and inside for a ball. He'll take first. So the Dodgers have runners on first and second now with 2 outs, and Andre Ethier steps to the plate. The left-handed batting Ethier, 272 and 15, normalized to 275 and 13. Gibson rocks and throws. There's a weak grounder to second base. It goes over to Dwight, and the side is retired. For the Dodgers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the first. On the mound for the Dodgers will be Clayton Kershaw. He was also our #1 ranked pitcher. Opposing batters batted .195 against Kershaw with 8 home runs per 590 at-bats, and that equates to 215 and 11. He had an ERA of 1.83, normalized 2.41, 15 and 9 on the season. 9/2 strikeouts and walks per 9 innings. 25-year-old left-handed pitcher. He'll face Flood, Javier, and Brock. Here is right-handed batting Curt Flood, 311 and 4, 299 and 5. He's also 25 years old. And Kershaw deals to Flood. There's a high curveball. Called the ball, and Curt Flood will take first base. Flood, not much of a threat to go. He steals a little bit, but you'd figure with speed like that, he'd have a lot more stolen bases. He only stole 88 during his major league career. That brings up the ghost, Julian Javier. 241 and 13, 231 and 15. Javier, right-handed batter. Flood, held by Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to right field. Puig grazes under it and makes the catch, 1 away. And that will bring up the left-handed batting Lou Brock, #2 on the all-time steal list. 348 and 17, normalized 329 and 14. But he only batted .280 and 13 for his left-handed pitcher. Flood on first, 1 out. And here's the pitch to Brock. Swung on. Gets by the second baseman Ellis into right field. Puig's got it. Flood going to third. Here's the throw. He's out of there. Yasiel Puig has thrown out Curt Flood at third base on a single by Lou Brock. And once again, an American tries to invade the Bay of Puigs and comes up short. Oh, what a throw by Yasiel Puig. Kershaw flips his head out at Puig as if to say, good job. Puig is referred to as a defector. I don't like that term. I more like the term liberator, since he liberated himself. That brings up the National League MVP, Ken Boyer. Boyer, right-handed batter. 295, 23, normalized 283 and 26. Runner on first. Kershaw delivers. There's a drive into right field. It'll fly in front of Puig. He gets it, and Brock's not going anywhere. Lou Brock holds at second base. Runners at first and second now for the Cardinals. And that brings up the left-handed batting Bill White. Mike Shannon on deck. Carver in the hole. White, 303 and 20, 284 and 16. Kershaw delivers. Ground ball through the hole in the right side, out to right field, and the bases are loaded. Now, I know Puig has a strong arm, but there was no way Brock would have scored on that, no matter who was out in right field. 2 down in the right-handed batting Mike Shannon, the right fielder, steps to the plate with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Shannon 261 and 21, normalized 250 and 24. Dodger defense from left to right, Crawford, Ethier, and Puig, and in the infield, Uribe, Ramirez, Ellis, Gonzalez, and A.J. Ellis behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Shannon, popped up to right field, medium deep. Puig calls for it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. So for the Cardinals, no runs on 3 straight singles, no errors, and 3 left on. We go to the top of the second. For the Dodgers, they'll send up Uribe, A.J. Ellis, and Mark Ellis. Uribe, a right-handed batter, 278 and 18, normalized 285 and 17. Cardinal defense in the outfield, Brock, Flood, and Shannon. Infield, Boyer, Grote, Javier, and White, with McCarver behind the plate. And Gibson delivers to Juan Uribe. He shoots it down the left field line, and that's going to be off the wall. Brock has it. He's rounding second, going into, no, he's going to go back to second base. Juan Uribe had eyes on going to third on that. And any ball hit the left field. It's not that far of a throw. That careened off the wall and then took a huge bounce backwards. And Brock had to come all the way back in to retrieve it. And Juan Uribe is satisfied with a leadoff double here in the top of the second. A.J. Ellis, 238 and 15, normalized 245, 14, right-handed batter. No outs. Uribe on second. Gibson delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 on the way. High fastball by Hoot. And that will bring up the right-handed batting second baseman, Mark Ellis. Ellis 270 and 8. Normalized 277 and 8. Here's the pitch to Mark Ellis. A drive in the left field. Brock coming in. He cannot make the catch. Uribe will hold at third. And Mark Ellis has himself a single. Dodgers are in business now. Runners at first and third. 1 out here in the top of the second. A very good hitting Clayton Kershaw steps to the plate. Pitch to Kershaw. Swing! That was a ball. Low and outside. And Gibson reports his second strikeout. And that'll bring up the Dodger leadoff hitter, Carl Crawford, who doubled in the first but was left stranded. Runners at the corners with 2 outs and no score. Here's the pitch to Carl Crawford, line down the left field line. Boyer cannot get it. It's in the corner. Brock has it. 1 run will score. Sliding into third base is Mark Ellis. Carl Crawford has himself a single. Runners at the corners again, and the Dodgers draw first blood against the 1964 champion St. Louis Cardinals. Mark Ellis at third, Carl Crawford at first, and Gibson isn't fooling anyone. And the batter will be Yasiel Puig. Puig over 1, grounded out first, but made a phenomenal throw to gun down runner at third. Gibson into his windup, and here's the pitch to Puig. Ground ball to the, almost caught by the third baseman. The shortstop's got it over to first in time, and that'll be the inning. For the Dodgers, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second inning, with the 2013 Dodgers leading the 1964 St. Louis Cardinals by a score of 1-0. Bottom of the order for the Cardinals. They send up McCarver, Grote, and then the pitcher, Bob Gibson. Carver, a left-handed batter, 288 and 11, normalized 269 and 9, only 22 years old. Kershaw deals to McCarver, swung on, hits Kershaw on the backside flips over to third base where Uribe spins around, makes the play over to Gonzalez for the out. I guess Clayton's okay. You can score that 1-5-3. If you want to be mean, you can score it Bun 5-3. And here's 33-year-old Dick Grote, shortstop, 292-1, normalized 281-1. Kershaw rocks and throws. Ball squeezes through the infield under the glove of Uribe into left field for a base hit. Bob Gibson, an okay hitting pitcher this year. He'll probably be up there to sacrifice. Kershaw deals. It's popped up. Kershaw catches it. Dick Grote holds, and there's 2 away. Gibson got under that one. Got to get the bat head down or up. Bat head up. And here's Curt Flood, who walked in the first. Here's the pitch to Flood. Ground ball to shortstop. Hanley's got it. Over to first. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. And we go to the third. Dodgers lead 1-0. They'll send up the 3, 4, and 5 spots. Gonzalez, Ramirez, and Ethier. Gonzalez flied out in the first. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. It's a fly ball out to left field. Brock coming in, and he makes the catch. 1 away. Gonzalez is now flying to left field twice. Hanley Ramirez is next. He walked in the first. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. Line drive to left field. It's going to be in there for a base hit. He's rounding first, going to second. Here's the throw from Brock. Cut off by Grote. And sliding into second base is Hanley Ramirez with a double. So the Dodgers are in business again. That brings up Andre Ethier. Ethier grounded out in first. Ramirez on second. 1 out. Dodgers up 1-0 in the top of the third. Here's the pitch to Ethier. Pop fly to left field. Brock comes over and makes the catch. And 2 men are down. And Juan Uribe steps in against Bob Gibson. Uribe doubled in the second. Here's the pitch to Juan Uribe. Fisted off the bat handle over to second baseman Javier. Makes the catch. That will end the inning. The Dodgers strand a man at second, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. 2013 Dodgers 1, the 1964 Cardinals 0. Cardinals, still looking for their first run, will send up Javier, Brock, and Boyer. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier, lined into right field for a base hit. Javier on first with no outs for the left-handed batting Lou Brock. Brock singled in the first. Javier will occasionally try to steal a base, but he hasn't been that successful, maybe 55%. Brock not a good hit-and-run man because he strikes out too much, but he doesn't bounce into many double plays anyway. Here's the pitch from Kershaw. Call strike 3 on the outside corner. So Kershaw records his first K, and the batter will be Ken Boyer. Javier on first, and here's the pitch to Boyer. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Ramirez over to second for 1 to first in time for the double play. And that's going to do it for the Redbirds in the third. No runs, a hit, no errors, no 1 left. We go to the fourth. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Dodgers. AJ followed by Mark and then Kershaw. Gibson delivers outside to AJ Ellis, ball 4. Dodgers have a runner on. No outs in the top of the 5th, and Mark Ellis, the second baseman, steps up. Mark Ellis singled in the second. AJ Ellis on first. Mark Ellis facing a battery of Gibson and McCarver. White holding AJ at first. Here's the pitch from Gibson. There's a drive to right field. Base hit. AJ Ellis rounding second. He's going to third. Shannon comes up firing the throw, and he is out at third. Oh my goodness, what right field arms we have today. Mike Shannon and Yasiel Puig, one apiece. A.J. Ellis dusting himself off, can't believe it. A rocket by Mike Shannon. Here's Clayton Kershaw. I'm sure he'll be up here to sacrifice. Here's the pitch from Gibson. Kershaw squares the bunt, lays it down nicely. Gibson fields it over to first base for the second out. Meanwhile, Mark Ellis goes down to second base. 2 men are down. Top of the order for the Dodgers now. Carl Crawford, he has doubled and singled today. Here's the pitch to Crawford. Swing! And a miss, strike 3. And that's going to be all for the Dodgers. They strand one as we go to the bottom of the fourth. LA leads 1-0. Cardinals will send up White, Shannon, and McCarver, the 5, 6, and 7 spots. Trying to get something started here against Clayton Kershaw. Here's Bill White, who singled in the first. Here's the pitch to White. Ground ball to second base. Ellis deep in the hole, over to first base in time. Get Bill White. 1 away. And that'll bring up Mike Shannon. Shannon with that marvelous throw. And how often is it the guy who makes the great play ends up batting second in the inning? My guess is 1 out of every 9 times. And here's the pitch. Shannon swings and misses. That was that Kershaw high looping curveball that goes from 12 to 6. Shannon just got a good taste of that. Speaking of good taste, have you ever been to his restaurant? It's pretty nice. Here's McCarver, who's 0 for 1. Pitch from Kershaw. Grounded to the left side. Uribe's got it over to Gonzalez. And the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning at the end of 4. Los Angeles leads 1-0. Puig, Gonzalez, and Ramirez, 2, 3, and 4 spots for the Dodgers. Puig was grounded out twice. Cardinals now have action in the bullpen. Righty Ernie Broglio and the lefty Gordy Richardson warming up. And here's the pitch to Puig. There's a deep drive to center field. Flood going back, and he makes the catch on the warning track. 1 away. Kurt Flood had to run a long way to catch up with that one. But it converts into just a loud out. Adrian Gonzalez, he's flied to left twice today. Here's the pitch from Gibson. Called strike 3, 2 away. Gonzalez caught looking. That was Gibson's 4th strikeout. I'll bring up Hanley Ramirez. Ramirez has walked and doubled so far today. Gibson rocks and throws. Pops him up. Grote and Javier underneath it. Javier calls him off, and he makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. LA still leads 1-0. Cardinals will send up Dick Grote, a possible pinch hitter, and then the top of the order. Here's the pitch to Dick Grote. He pops him up. Hanley Ramirez is under it, and he makes the catch. 1 away. Cardinals will pinch hit right-handed batting Carl Werrick. Gibson, 27-year-old. Batted .259 and 11, and he's rated at .248 and 13. Kershaw delivers to Werrick. There's a high, lazy fly to right field. Puig has it, and 2 men are down. Cardinals, I'm sure they know it. They need to get something going here. Top of the 5th. 1-0 ball game. We knew it would be a pitcher's duel. That was the given. Here's Curt Flood, who's walked and grounded out. Here's the pitch to Flood. Swing! And a miss. Strike 3. And the Cardinals go down again. At the end of 5. 2013 Dodgers won. And the 1964 Cardinals, nothing. Dodgers will send up the 5, 6, and 7 spots, Ethier, Uribe, and A.J. Ellis. And they'll face a new pitcher, Ernie Broglio. Broglio, right-handed pitcher, 28 years old, ERA of 3.52, normalized to 3.71. He was 3-5 on the year. Strikeouts and walks 5 over 4. And opposing hitters batted .247 and 16 against him, normalized to .241 and 17. Broglio, out of Berkeley, California, went to El Cerrito High. Here's Ethier, who's 0 for 2. The Dodgers might think about getting some insurance runs here. Here's the pitch to Ethier. Swung on and missed. 1 away. Now Juan Uribe. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Base hit to left field. And Uribe holds at first base. 1 out. AJ, not a good hit and run man. He strikes out 18% of the time. Does have about a 10% chance, though, of bouncing into a double play. Here's the pitch to Ellis. Ground ball to short. Grote to Javier to first. Not in time. Score at 6-4. It was a weak grounder. Grote had to go way to his right. Scooped over to Javier, who couldn't get quite enough on it to throw out the hustling A.J. Ellis. Ellis was hustling all the way, as he knew he was in trouble as soon as that ball left the bat. 2 down, and Mark Ellis will be the batter. Mark having a great day so far. He's 2 for 2. I don't know these guys personally, but it gets confusing if I keep saying Ellis, so I'm trying to stick with the A.J. and the Mark thing. Here's the pitch to Mark. Curve outside corner, swung on and missed. And the Dodgers go down in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they strand 1. We go to the last of the 6th. Dodgers 1, Cardinals 0. Cardinals have 5 hits. They've stranded 4, and they're trying to get something going here against Clayton Kershaw. Julian Javier will be the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. 1 away. That curveball from Kershaw is something else. That's Kershaw's 4th strikeout. And here's Lou Brock, who was one of those victims back in the 3rd. He was caught looking. He's 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to Brock. Swung on, ground ball to second base. Mark Ellis has it over to first. And 2 men are down. Cardinals looked like they were going to be unfazed by Kershaw in the 1st. They got 3 singles and a walk. Kurt Flood was ixnayed at 3rd on a Brock single. And they still haven't scored. Here's Boyer. Boyer's 1 for 2, and he's bounced into a double play. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. He's tagged out by Ellis, and the side is retired. For the Dodgers in the top of the 7th, it'll be Kershaw, followed by the top of the order. Kershaw has struck out and sacrificed. Broglio delivers. There's a deep drive to right center field, way back. It is 12 o'clock high, and goodbye. We have our first home run in the all-time tournament, and of all people, it is by a pitcher, Clayton Kershaw, and the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead. And you can hear a pin drop here at Sportsman's Bush Memorial Stadium, whatever they want to call it. Clayton Kershaw has just given himself his own insurance, made himself the only good hands people that he needs. It'll be the top of the order for the Dodgers now, Carl Crawford. That was the Dodgers' 7th hit. Broglio looks into McCarver. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Crawford goes down to first base. No outs. Crawford on first. Yasiel Puig steps to the plate. Right-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher, Ernie Broglio. There's the pitch to Puig. There goes Crawford. The throw. He's safe by a mile. Carl Crawford has stolen second base. And the Dodgers are in serious business here now, with a runner on second and nobody out. Yasiel Puig digs in against Ernie Broglio. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back to the pitcher. He holds Crawford at second, over to first, 1 away. Puig having a rough day at the plate. He's 0 for 4 and he's grounded out to the pitcher twice. Gonzalez steps in now. He's 0 for 3. 1 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. A shot to third base. Boyer keeps it in front of him. Checks on Crawford. Throws to first. 2-minute down. And now Hanley Ramirez steps to the plate. Ramirez has doubled in walks. He's 1 for 2 today. You put him on. He batted .345. Rated at 39 homers. Andre Ethier, the next batter, batted .272. He's rated at 15. Broglio looks in. He gets the sign from McCarver. Guess they're going to pitch to him. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. Way outside. It gets away from McCarver, and Carl Crawford is going to go down to third base. Oh my goodness. That ball was way outside. McCarver had to jump up and he stuck his mitt out. It went off the tip of his mitt. Carl Crawford easily goes into third base. So now the Dodgers have a runner on third with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, and Hanley Ramirez at the plate. The Cardinals are still going to pitch to him. Here's the pitch from Broglio. A weak ground ball. Over to third. Boyer has it to first. And that's all for the Dodgers. And LA comes up with 1 run on 1 hit. A home run by Kershaw. No errors. There was a wild pitch. And 1 left. It's stretch time here in St. Louis. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Well, fans, I've got a trivia question for you. What is the original name of Los Angeles? Give up? Good. It's El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Ángeles del Río de Porciúncula, which means Town of Our Lady, River Angel Queen of this small portion of land, I think. Los Angeles was founded in 1781, right about the time General Cornwallis was surrendering to Washington. The name mercifully was later changed to Los Angeles, and now we just call it LA. I love LA. I love the beach. Can you imagine Vince Scully saying, and now batting for El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora, la Reina de Los Angeles del Rio, de Porciúncula Dodgers, will be Yasiel Puig. There's a line drive deep to right field. She is gone. And Yasiel Puig has just tied the ball game for El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora, la Reina de Los Angeles del Rio, de Porciúncula Dodgers. Now, I know that's ridiculous because, as we all know, back in 1781, the Dodgers were still in Brooklyn. The Cardinals facing Kershaw on the bottom of the 7th. Send up White, Shannon, and McCarver. Hey, did you know they don't sing "Take Me Out to the Ballpark" here in the 7th inning? They sing "King of Beers." Who knew? White is 1 for 2 with a single in the first. Here's the pitch from Kershaw. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, 1 away. That's strikeout number 6 for Kershaw. And the batter will be Mike Shannon. Shannon has flied out and struck out and made a bullet throw to third to gun down a runner. Here's the pitch to Shannon. Grounded to short. Mirrors to Gonzalez. 2 away. Tim McCarver steps up. He's 0 for 2. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Dodgers lead it 2-0. Cardinals in need of a rally. Here's the pitch to McCarver. Ground ball to second base. Ellis has it over to first. 1-2-3 inning, and we go to the 8th. Dodgers still lead 2-0. The Dodger number 5 hitter, Andre Ethier, will lead off the 8th. Cardinal defense in the outfield from left to right, Brock, Flood, and Shannon. In the infield, Boyer, Grote, Javier, and White with McCarver behind the dish. Here's the pitch to Ethier. Ground ball to second. Javier to his left. He spins and throws in time to get Ethier 1 away. And here's Juan Uribe. He singled and doubled. He's 2 for 3. Pitch to Uribe. He hit him. Inside corner. And Uribe is plunked on the left bicep. Dodgers have a runner on first. 1 out. Here in the 8th. A.J. Ellis is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Ellis. It's a ground ball to shortstop. 6, 4, 3. The old double play scooped out by Bill White. That's all for the Dodgers in the 8th. The Cardinals will lead off the bottom of the 8th with the number 8 hitter, Dick Grote. In the on-deck circle is Charlie James. Looks like he'll be pinch hitting in the top of the order. Here's the pitch to Grote. Low and outside, ball 4. And that will bring up the pinch hitter, the right-handed batting Charlie James. James, a 26-year-old. His numbers are 223 and 13, normalized 213 and 15. But he did bat 260 and 19 versus left-handed pitching. Kershaw looks in, looks over at Grote at first. James strikes out almost 25% of the time, so they're not going to send the runner. Here's the pitch to James, a ground ball to second. Ellis has it over to second for 1, over to first. Double play. Got him by a step. And he races Grote, 2 in or down. Cardinals down to 4 outs now. The Dodgers have the lefty J.P. Howell and the righty Kenny Jansen up. Here's Kurt Flood, who's 0 for 2. Pitch to Flood. Base hit center field. And the Cardinals are in business. And the batter will be Julian Javier. 1 for 3 today. He struck out once. You may have heard me refer to him as the Ghost. That's because they say he's almost impossible to touch at second base. Base runners trying to break up the double play would think they'd be able to knock him into left field, and all of a sudden, poof, he was gone. He'd find a way to avoid him and complete the double play. Hence the nickname, the Ghost. Kershaw looks into Ellis. Flood at first, held by Gonzalez. Here's the pitch to Javier. Line drive, center field, base hit. Flood round second. He's going to go to third, and the Cardinals have runners at the corners. Redbirds, 2 outs. Lewis Rock will step to the plate. Lefty versus lefty. Here's the pitch to Brock. Drive to left field, base hit! Kurt Flood will come in to score. Javier round second. He slides into third. And the Cardinals still have runners at the corner. They've pulled it within one run. A 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Lou Brock comes through with a bullet down the left field line. Nice play by Crawford cutting it off. If that hits the wall, Brock's going to run forever. This is the second time the Cardinals have run off 3 straight singles against Kershaw. All for naught the first time. And that's going to be all for Clayton Kershaw. The Dodgers will bring in the lefty J.P. Howell to face Ken Boyer. Howell tough on everyone. Batters batted .193 against him. Lefties batted about .160 and righties about .220. And interestingly enough, for Ken Boyer, he batted about the same average-wise, slightly higher versus righties. But he had much more power against righties, so maybe that's what the Dodgers are thinking. Julian Javier at third, Lou Brock at first, Ken Boyer batting, facing the lefty J.P. Howell. Dodgers lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. All this happened with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Boyer. Swung on, there's a drive, base hit to left center field. Brock is hooking around second base. He slides into third base. Javier comes in to score, and the Cardinals have tied it here in the bottom of the 8th inning. What a turn of events with 2 outs. The Cardinals followed up with 4 straight singles. And they have runners on first and third with 2 outs. Bill White steps up. Left-handed batting Bill White versus J.P. Howell, the left-handed thrower. And the Cardinals finally sitting on the cusp of victory with 1 more hit, possibly. Still have to get through the 9th inning. Howell facing White. Here's the pitch to White, a ground ball. The shortstop, Ramirez, over to first, and that's the inning, but not before the Cardinals come up with 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They do strand 2, but we go to the 9th in a 2-2 tie. For the 9th inning, the Cardinals will bring in the right-handed thrower, Barney Schultz. Schultz batting average and home runs, or H5 actually, against .201 and 3, normalized .197 and 4. ERA was 1.65, normalized to 1.74. 1 win and 3 losses, and 5 over 2. 37-year-old Barney Schultz on that. Top of the 9th. Dodgers will send up Mark Ellis, possible pinch hitter, in the top of the order. Ellis has 2 singles today. Here's the pitch from Schultz, a drive into left field, and caught by Lou Brock, 1 away. And now pinch hitting for the Dodgers will be left-handed batting Skip Schumacher. Schumacher, 263 and 4, normalized 266 and 4. 33 years old. He actually hit just 2 home runs. 1 out. None on. Here's the pitch from Schultz. Ground ball to third. Boyer comes in. Throws to first in time to get Schumacher. 2-men down. And the top of the order was Paul Crawford. Crawford has doubled, singled, struck out, and walked. Here's the deal to Crawford. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. The Dodgers will go down 1-2-3 in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th, a 2-2 tie. Cardinals will lead off. The number 6 hitter, Mike Shannon, who's 0 for 3. Lefty J.P. Howell still pitching for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Shannon. Ground ball. Base hit to left field. And leads off with a single. Nobody out and a runner on. That'll be his first hit of the ball game. Here's Tim McCarver, who's 0 for 3. He is a pretty good bunter. Shannon, not much of a threat to steal. He stole 4 bases for the 64 Cardinals, but he was not caught once. Carver steps in. Howell looks into Ellis and gets the sign. Here's the pitch to McCarver. Line drive, right field, base hit. Puig's got it, and Shannon's not going anywhere. He's going to stay there at second base. Takes a thief to know a thief, and a Shannon to know a cannon. And the Redbirds are in business. Nobody out. Runners at first and second in the bottom of the ninth. And this place is starting to erupt. Dick Groat's turn now. He is 1 for 2 with a walk. Shannon on second. McCarver on first. Here's the pitch to Groat. Oh! Called strike 3, and Groat doesn't like it. Not one bit. Still runners at first and second. 1 down now. However, home plate umpire Augie Donatelli doesn't care. He just turns away, avoiding the confrontation. Pinch hitting for the Cardinals will be left-handed batting Bob Skinner. They do have a right-handed batter in the dugout, Bob Euchre. We're going to go with Skinner. 271 and 5, rated at 252 and 3 from La Jolla, California. 6'4", 190. Wow. He's a string bean. He was on that 1960 team for the Pirates that, with the Mazeroski home run, beat the Yankees. Wind up, here's the toss. A high fly ball deep into right center field, but it's playable. Ethier has it. He throws back in, and Shannon will hold at second. 2 men are down. That brings us to the top of the Cardinal order with Curt Flood. Flood has walked, grounded out, struck out, and singled. The father of free agency, they call him. Flood was never a free agent, though. He tried to be. What a sacrifice he made, though. 2 years litigation. And he knew going into it, even if he won, no one would sign him. And if he lost, of course, no one would sign him. But he kicked it off and got the players aware and the fans aware of what was going on. Although, I do like it when my team stays together. But none of that matters right now. Right now, Curt Flood up to bat with Mike Shannon on second and Tim McCarver at first. J.P. Howell looks into Ellis. Howell looks in. Here's the pitch to Flood. Swung on a line drive. Base hit to right field. Puig's coming in. He's got it. Shannon rounding third. Here's the play at the plate. He's saved! And the Cardinals will advance to round 3. Curt Flood coming through in the clutch. And they're mobbing him at first base. This place is going beer bananas. Curt Flood being mobbed by his teammates and the fans. And Mike Shannon, an average runner, but he has a tendency and a knack for scoring from second base. You have to wonder about Kenley Jansen not being used by the Dodgers. So the Cardinals, after struggling through inning by inning, not being able to put anything on board, finally come through with 3 late inning runs in a thrilling finish here at Sportsman's Park / Busch 1. And our totals this afternoon for the losing 2013 Dodgers: 2 runs, 8 hits. They left 8 runners on board. And for the winning 1964 Cardinals. 3 runs on 12 hits, all singles. No errors, and they left 6 on board. Player of the game? Hey, how about Curt Flood? Why not, huh? Heroics in the bottom of the 9th, nothing like it. Hey fans, we'll see you next time. Round 3. And theoretically speaking, only about 1/3, the top third of the teams should be remaining. On tap, the 1891 Louisville Colonels versus the 1927 New York Yankees. Don't miss that one. So it should be a doozy. Have a good day.